Welcome, I'm Kenneth Jiu-Jitsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. Okay, just to give you an update with what I've received today. So I was watching Brother Dana's video and he mentioned about the constellation Auriga. And I actually come across this a couple of days ago. And so I thought, okay, let's have another look at this. I'm looking on Stellarium and the moon goes into the hand of Auriga. This is also known as the Good Shepherd, right? We have Jupiter between the bull's horns and the two red eyes, okay, with Mars and the eye of Taurus. So I look into Auriga. Now, the moon goes into the hand at 3 o'clock in the morning for us. Again, everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. And I hope you've been paying attention to my videos. It's going into the hand at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right. So this is a big sign. As I'm researching, and I didn't know this, I've looked at the Milky Way so much and learned so much about it. Especially with the sign of the wedding ring we recently had with the Milky Way. And the Milky Way actually runs through Auriga. And the moon is in the hand of Auriga. The Milky Way. Right. We also have Venus in front of Leo, where we have the harvest symbolism. The sun in Capricorn. All right, big signs, connections here, but it's also between the moon. The moon is also between Auriga and Gemini in the middle. Remember the middle symbolism and Christ in the midst, in the middle. So I'm doing some research. Bear with me, it's so hot. I'm melting. So I'm doing some research, and Auriga is a constellation in the northern celestial hemisphere. It is one of the 88 modern constellations. 88, there's the number. Okay, 88, which means end. When you reach 88, as we get the symbolism in Back to the Future movie. So I'm doing my research, and Auriga represents a chariot with a driver. Okay, it's also connected with the colour yellow. All right, it's termed as the Good Shepherd. It has a goat and two baby goats known as kids, and I know there's root word connections here with ram and deer. Okay, so I found that fascinating. Now, I've shared this esoteric imagery with you. The chariot connected with Elijah and the sky is yellow. I was like, wow, okay, this is fascinating. Of course, Elijah got taken up in a whirlwind, so to speak. So I'm making these connections. I thought, wow, okay, I've got to share this. Now, Auriga spans 14 degrees of the zodiac in the sign of Gemini. Now, 14. I kept mentioning I was seeing 14 in my previous videos. I had a period where 14 just kept coming up everywhere. And I made this connection with 14 to 144. I see 44 or 44. I was like, okay, that's fascinating. All the celestial zodiac signs are all connected in some way right now. I found that absolutely amazing, fascinating. Right, but what blew me away? I'll share this with you. And bear with me, it's so hot. So I'm researching this constellation, Auriga. And I'll share some of these images I come across online as I'm doing my research, because it's not really gone into this constellation. All right. Then I'm watching the weather. And as I'm watching the weather, we've got a thunderstorm coming in tonight. And remember I mentioned about God's voice of thunder? The voice of thunder. Okay. Watching the weather, the warning area zone looks like Auriga. I was like, hang on, that looks like the constellation I've just been looking at. All right. Let me just pause there. So just to share this with you, Job 37:2. Okay. Listen carefully to the thunder of God's voice. Remember I talked about this in my previous videos? Seeing that on the weather report in connection with Agra. In fact, let me pause there. Auriga. Making sure I'm pronouncing it right. I do apologise. It's blown me away. Then my mum messages me, bless her, asking if I have any jump leads. All right, jump leads. Think about the symbolism of it. And this is a patchwork quilt my mum did, which is actually called Jacob's Ladder. I was like, wow, okay, I see the signs, the connections, okay, the quantum jump, Back to the Future, all the luminaries in their positions, the two red eyes. This is getting fascinating now. And so I thought I'd jump on here and share this with you. And it's so hot. I've had to wait till now to film, and it's still so hot. So I do apologise if I've not got the pronunciation right. It's so hot. I'm like, I got to get on here and share this with you. Okay, so keep watch. Love you guys. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Have a good day.